3, and it's double chocolate banana bread time. If you don't have ripe bananas, that's no problem. Put fresh bananas in the oven, 325 degrees for 20 minutes on a sheet rack with parchment paper. Let them cool, and you have bananas ready for banana bread. And with those peels, throw them in a jar with water. Let them sit for 2 or 3 days. Perfect fertilizer for your plants. So we're just gonna mash up those bananas. Take a view at those, beautiful. Recipe calls for about 2 cups of bananas, usually about 4. I used 5 for that extra banana flavor. We're going to measure out some flour. The best way to do that is to measure it, but frankly that's a pain in the ass. So I just fluff mine up and spoon it into the measuring cup and don't level it off. That's the best way if you're not going to weigh it. Next comes the first part of the chocolate, just using some cocoa powder, sweetened. And here comes 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and then it's going to be 3/4 of salt. My secret ingredient is always instant coffee whenever I do anything chocolate. Can't taste the coffee, it just really enhances the coffee flavor. So we're going to go ahead and sift the dry ingredients. You want to make sure there are no clumps, and you're going to mix it up to make sure it's all mixed in well. You're going to melt 10 tablespoons of butter, which is 1 stick and 2 tablespoons. I usually brown it. You want to let that cool slightly when you're done. Next goes into eggs. I use farm fresh eggs for my ladies. And I'm going to go ahead and crack those in. And I'm going to act like I'm real cool doing this with one hand, but if truth be told, a shell did fall in there and I did have to dig it out. Out comes the brown sugar. I don't buy brown sugar. I make my own with just regular white granulated sugar and molasses. And just mix that all together well. Here comes the vanilla extract. Don't measure. Just freeform it. About 2 tablespoons or so. Now we're going to mix in that melted, slightly cooled butter. You're going to mix it well to combine. You want to make sure you get that butter all mixed in. And then we're going to add the dry mix. And you're going to mix that in. Now for the second part of the chocolate, this is Ghirardelli semi-sweet chocolate. Chuck that up and mix it in. Now we're going to pour the batter into the loaf pan that has been pre-greased with cooking spray. I'm going to take some white granulated sugar and sprinkle it on top of the batter. That makes a nice crispy sweet crust when the bread comes out. We're going to bake this in a preheated oven, 350 degrees for about 60 minutes. You're going to want to stick a toothpick in there when it comes out clean. You're good. Wait about 30 minutes to take that out of the pan. Make sure it's thoroughly cooled. I did not. I only waited about 15 minutes. And as you can see at the bottom of that pan, that bread did stick a little. Full recipe in the description.